Pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Why Is That. And now for today, here on Why Is That, I will say for sure that, well, there's going to be a lot of other things that I might as well talk about, but first of all, I'd very much like to stick around to some of the main questions here that I will have to answer. And this is number 62 out of 65. And here, question number 62 out of 65 basically asks me, why is that when you were younger you played games on Sega instead of Nintendo? Now, lots of people are fans of Nintendo, but I've almost always been a fan of Sega. Even though I've played tons of games on PlayStation and Xbox, I will say that Nintendo is pretty darn good, but it's Sega that ultimately takes over everything. I've played games on an actual Sega Saturn. And I've also played games on consoles that have emulated the basic Sega Genesis, Model 1 or 2. But of course, the most recent iteration of Sega Genesis games that I got was a gigantic Sega Genesis game collection disc on the Xbox 360, back around 2014. I basically had that as a pretty darn good copy of different Sega Genesis games. And I'm pretty certain that I might as well be able to play it on PlayStation 4, because I distinctly remember it appearing on the PlayStation Store at one point. But I will say for sure that the Sega Genesis collection on the Xbox 360 was pretty darn fun to play. Very fun. It had a lot of Genesis games on there. I mean a lot of them. There was Shinobi, Altered Beast, just about all the Sonic the Hedgehog games on there, Flicky, and E-SWAT, Echo the Dolphin 1 and 2, and a lot more. I mean, that Sega Genesis collection on Xbox 360 was massive. It combined just about all the games from 1989 to 1995. That's pretty much as far as a Sega Genesis library would go. It's even gone on even beyond 1995, but not many have come out after that. But of course, I will say, for sure, Sega Genesis and its library of games were impressive. Blast processing, 16-bit graphics, tons of other different types of additions that you can find on an actual Sega Genesis cartridge console of any sorts. How can you ever go wrong with any of those? There have been quite a few flops that have been made every now and then, and Sega actually ended up becoming just a game publisher instead of a console developer and designer, especially after 2001. But of course, all the things that have happened throughout the 80s, 90s, and the start of the 2000s, it was quite an era for Sega to be in. Sega as a whole is still around today, and as a matter of fact, they actually assisted in the production of the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which has been around for more than 6 months already, but still, it was just impressive to note that the actual creator of Sonic the Hedgehog actually came by and said that they would actually like to help assist in the work on the project. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Hasbro came around and assisted in Nerf's Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue Part 2. Yeah. Still going to talk more about that because I still have a lot to work on that. But anyways, that's pretty much question 62 as a whole out of 65. And now, there's still 3 more to go, but I will say these 3 are going to be pretty darn good for what they are. But if you want to see more, go down on my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.